Welcome back to Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2 here on Serious Gaming. We have Medusa in our sights, and once the orcs attack it and weaken the defenses, I will take it for myself. Now, given all that is going on, I will need to take a Markham, take the Dark Throne, and seal his place as the leader of the Necrons. Now, the Dark Throne has a lot of resources, troop regeneration, and in all connected systems, okay. And a level to increase the starting level of all Necron ships constructed in the sector. And then it has a major buried shipyard, so I will be able to build battleships here that will be higher level, which is very good. So, end the turn. Don't think anything is gonna happen in terms of an attack this particular turn, except obviously there's movements, attacks, incoming later on, that kind of stuff.
Great one. You should begin expanding our domain into the Cadian sector.
That region is fiercely contested by humankind. Perhaps it is better to let them destroy one another.
Would that such were true, Great One. But there are several dormant worlds that might be of use to us. And in any case, the region must be cleansed of obstructions.
Very well. I shall give the matter my attention. There are many fragmented dynasties scattered across the sector. Once awoken, their phalanxes will march in furtherance of our great and noble plan.
Indeed, Great One. Overwhelming force is so pleasing.
The Necrons march on Cadia, boys. Okay, fleet over here. This one, I think I'll take that to the Sentinel Worlds. Yes, that will be good enough. Now let's take a Markham. He needs to get to the location. So Cadia. All right, no attacks that I can see except in Medusa. Well, I mean, I could, sure. But then I'd have to deal with orcs, so what's the point, isn't it? What's the point? Alright, let's take all of these fleets and march on the orcs to the south in Odessar. Right, those fleets should be enough to take all of the Medusa system. Now, in Bellis Corona's situation is going to be a bit different. I do have several powerful fleets all strewn across my sector. I could go for Cadia, if it would be my desire. The spawn point is held by the Tyranids, of all things. I think I should let the Tyranids, the Imperium, weaken them to an extent. Maybe that would help. So Chaos and the Imperium are fighting for control over here. I could get this system, but it wouldn't give it anything. Ancient Vintage. Does Cadia have anything for me? Alright, the fleets from Chinchar will head for the Scaris system. We got things to clear out.
With warp storms rendering astropathic communications erratic, Segmentum Obscura's High Command continued experiencing difficulty coordinating its forces. Imperial commanders were advised that communications received from distant sources were not to be trusted. Scattered reports indicated that, in addition to Chaos incursions, Scarus nurtured an increasing greenskin menace. Eventually, High Command took this threat seriously. They acted too late. What would become known as the Green Crusade had grown from a few scattered and disorganized tribes to a mighty war that threatened to overwhelm the Imperium's embattled holdings. With the capture of Forge World Mordax Prime, the Green Crusade's momentum redoubled. Survivors from the rechristened Mordaka Prime report seeing hundreds of Gargants being fashioned from the debris, and skies thick with the choking black smoke of Orc cruisers. It can only be a matter of time before other worlds share Mordax's fate.
Alright, the Green Crusade. We have the Eldari, we have the Orcs, we have the Imperium. And they're all fighting for dominance. Well, let them. The Imperium is well entrenched in some of these systems. I will handle them later on.
Moving. Relocating. All power to motive units. Ready to serve. Yes, my liege.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
It does not matter. By the looks of it, they have a bunch of ships, but probably lower tonnage.
Inevitable.
Yeah.
I have the taste to spear.
Okay, get my capital ships into position.
On the march. As you command. I serve your glory. Initialize motive power. How may I serve? Yes, my liege. As you command. On the march. What is your command?
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Relocating. Ready to serve. Inevitable. Moving. Nice. All power to motive units. Motive power. I have the taste to spear.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
As you command. Impossible. Cannot comply. Yes, my liege. Tough locked. Relocating. What
Don't suppose I have any more fleets. Oh, there is one, actually. Very good. So I'll take a couple of systems, I suppose, from them. Definitely can only move once more, so... To deploy what exactly against the orcs? I'll deploy these guys against... Yep. I'll need to claim a battle plan soon enough from the Eldari. You'll see. For now, though, we have a battle to fight. Don't understand why the Tyranid noises are playing over here when the Tyranids are dead. Well, not dead, I guess, but... I think the Eldari are... Nope, slow that down.
Ready to serve. On the march. Motive units fully engaged. Impossible. Cannot comply. Inferior vessels sighted. I serve your glory. Yes, liege. Inferior vessels sighted. I have the dynasty spear. Moving. What is your command? Inferior vessels sighted. Initializing motive power. I serve your glory. All power to motive units. Ready to serve. Motive units fully engaged. How will I serve? On the march. I am the dynasty spear. Moving. Inferior vessel sighted. Impossible. Cannot comply. As you command. Enemy orbital platform silence. Yes, my liege. Enemy orbital platform silence. Relocate.
The battle for the Cadian Gate. Belisar, Demius Binary, Cadia, Xerxia, Costin. Very well. And Barissa. But the Tyranids hold these two planets, Helephus and Exaltra Minor. It is a battle, a ferocious one for the Cadian Gate. Alright, Orcs will be incoming next turn with a mighty fleet to take the system there. I'll hold them back. Alright, here we go.
Inevitable. I serve your glory.
You have seized a strategic area. The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Yes, my liege. As you command. What is your command?
You have seized a strategic area.
Alright, Orcs incoming. With capital
Ready to
ships.
serve. Inferior vessel sighted. On the march. How may I serve? Relocating. Inferior vessel sighted. I am the dynasty spear. All power to motive units. I serve your glory. What is your command? Impossible. Cannot comply. I serve your glory. Motive units fully engaged. I am the dynasty spear. Initializing motive power. How may I serve? Energy to recoalescence. Ready to serve. Inevitable. Yes, my liege. What is your command? On the march. Relocating.
The enemy is seizing one of your strategic areas.
All power to motive units. I serve your glory. Moving.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
As you command. On the march. I am the dynasty spear. Initializing motive power. Reassembling coherence.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Yes, my liege. How may I serve? Moving.
The enemy has accumulated 25% of strategic points.
Alright, we need to deal with that dreadnought. Getting closer. I should try and hit it with the transdimensional thunderbolt. Alright, slow down.
Impossible. Cannot comply. Ready to serve.
What?
Our Nemesaur has been deanimated.
But how? I don't know. You know, I don't even care. Just take the system. Put an end to that. Repair rate is actually fairly high considering everything. That will end. Ah, it's a shipyard, right? Orc spores. I was a bit surprised that I actually lost that ship there, but I guess that's how it goes sometimes, doesn't it? Alright, weaponry. Fine. The orcs will have their battle. I guess they'll be pleased. End the turn. Let's do this. Let's get it done.
Moving.
They do have a strong fleet presence here, considering what they're sending against me.
What is your command?
Meet them head on then. Well, and keep a distance, right? I'm going to win this battle by kiting the bastards.
Yes, my liege.
What the heck?
Inferior vessel sighted.
Okay. That is what you call a crusade, isn't it?
As you command. Yes, my liege. Initializing molten power. Enemy vessel suffered critical damage. I serve your glory. On the march. Relocating. Moving. I am the Dynasty Spear. Inevitable. As you command. Moving.
Alright, getting closer.
Ready to serve. On the march. How may I serve? Initializing motive power. Relocating. Yes, my liege. Motive units fully engaged. Relocating. Initializing motive power. Inferior vessel sighted. Relocating. Inevitable. Moving. Energy to weapons array. As you command. Shroud strikes successful. On the march. Yes, my liege. As you command. What is your command? Relocating. Inevitable. Impossible. Cannot comply. On the march. Moving. Initialize molten power. I am the Dynasty Spear.
Okay, that was the initial fleet, the initial wave. I destroyed 2 of their flagships, which is arguably the most important aspect over there.
Ready to serve. Yes, my liege.
Alright.
I serve your glory.
Let's rely on those fighter squadrons to try and deal with the torpedoes.
Inevitable. Energy to recoalescence. Impossible. Cannot comply. Moving. On the march.
Alright.
Initialize molten power. How may I serve? What is your command?
Get that one ship out of there. I could use some reinforcements at this stage. I wish there was a way to get my ships out of the battle without, you know, warping out. Like, you know, just send them to the limit of the map. Because sometimes maybe you don't want to take the damage of the warp and you're perfectly fine just watching your ships out, so to speak.
As you command. I serve your glory.
Slow down, slow down.
How may I serve? Relocating. Ready to serve.
Okay, let's start pulses.
I serve your glory. Tunnel damage registered. All power to motive units. Spear. On the march.
Get these guys out of here.
Yes, my liege. Motive units fully engaged. Initializing molten power. Carotech swarm and breach the
Okay, that's kind of bad.
How may I serve? All power to motive units. Inevitable. Relocating. On the march.
Alright, fall back behind the gun platforms.
Reassembling coherence. Moving. They are doing. As you command. Yes, my liege.
target this one as the priority.
What is your command?
Slow this one down.
Motive power. Ready to serve. Moving. Motive units fully engaged. Yes, liege.
Oh dear, no! Stop! Stop, 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 stop.
Engage phase shift. The taste spear. Inevitable. On the march. Drop void anchors. How may I serve?
Almost lost the ship there. Who knows, maybe I did lose it.
Impossible. Cannot comply.
3, 2, 1, warp!
All power to motive units. I as you command. Yes, my liege. Morning successful. Frayed ones are feasting. So this is the Dark Throne. The wonders of Lost Age restored.
Or nearly so. The process of reawakening is long and arduous. It must be protected from the Eldari until capable of defending itself.
How do the Eldari know of its existence?
I have no proof they do, as yet. But it is never wise to underestimate the Eldari. Their memories are long, and their pride easily tarnished.
We shall not wait for them. Such was Kefrek's manner of war. We must locate their main Webway Gate.
Oh, I actually just got control of it by moving. Alright, fine. We need an Eldari battle plan. Thankfully, I know exactly where to go and get it. Alright, Nemesis Tessera is going to be attacked by the Eldari. By the looks of things. Let's get... Yeah, reduces cast right level, so the Eldari will launch an attack over on that side. They will also, there's also going to be an orc attack in fucking Chinchar. Alright, another annoyance. Let them deal with that. For a moment, I'm going to be content just waiting over here with these fleets. Okay. Meanwhile, in the Scaris sector, I'll leave Chaos to weaken them in that particular sector. I will not attack against the Imperium just yet. I will, however, launch an attack against the Eldari with every fleet that I have that's capable of doing it. Oh, I can't quite do it just yet. Either way, I need the battle plan from these guys. Meanwhile, in the worlds over here, I need to take a look at my fleets. 100 points. If I get another level, then that really translates into having another light cruiser, I guess, something along those lines. What will these fleets do? Well, there's not much I can do with them except try and put the foothold on the Cadian Gate, but even that is not exactly what I'd call a good time. The Tyranids might be broken, but the Tyranid fleets are still a formidable enough presence. Cadia will have to wait. I've got other fish to fry at the moment. Specifically the Orcs, Eldari. Admiral Spire will have his day, just not right now. Over on this side, I want to get another fleet maybe over here. Yeah. While these fleets deal with the Eldari and the Vigara system. It's not worth taking per se, it is however worth bleeding in a sense. Hey, either way. So Chaos are going to march there. We don't have the Mordax Prime system available just yet. The Imperium does have a hold over Twinks. Yeah, I guess. So let's take Vigara. Or try to, at the very least, from the Eldari. They do have a pretty powerful fleet, space station, all that. Victory is not necessarily the goal. The battle plans are a bigger concern. I want them. I'm going to assume that because of the lack of systems that are present there, I'm going to have to assume that the Eldari have control of the last two systems.
The enemy has seized a strategic area. The enemy
has
seized
going to be scenario battles, and
you have seized
one
a
of them.
strategic area. The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Okay.
Relocating. Inferior vessel
Okay.
sighted. Ready to serve. On the march.
Hold on.
I am the dynasty spear. Inferior vessel sighted. I serve glory. How may I serve?
No, they don't have a battle plan. Oh. It's kind of annoying mechanic, actually, all things considered, because it forces you to rely on things that you don't really have a good control over, do you? Alright, send... Yeah, I guess send this fleet over here as well. We might be able to take harvest from the Imperium, actually. But what's the point, is there, right? Try again. The thing about the Eldari fleet, Eldari, is that yes, they are capable of doing a lot of damage. It's just that the AI is not particularly great at using it. Except if it's AI versus AI, in which case the Eldar will do a reasonable enough job in an AI versus AI situation. But
Moving.
in a one-on-one, you know, against the player,
Inevitable.
it isn't hard to really deal with them.
Moving.
Alright, I'm going to wait for their squadrons to arrive.
As you
Deploy
command.
my own squadrons.
Initializing motive power. Inferior vessel sighted. What is your command? Ready to serve. Impossible. Cannot comply. Yes, my liege.
Yeah, there we go.
I am the dynasty spear. On the march.
I'll need to get those battle plans, and I'll need to get that.
Relocating. How may I serve? I serve your glory. Initializing motive power. Inferior vessel sighted. Inevitable. What is your command?
30 seconds more.
On the march. Inferior vessel sighted. How may I serve? As you command. Phasing complete. Moving. Yes, my liege. Ready to serve. As you command. Impossible. Comply. Inevitable. Initializing motive power. What is your command? Phasing from battle. Moving. How may I serve? On the march. I am the dynasty spear. As you command. Energy bleed detected. Engage phase shift. Yes, my liege. I serve your glory. vessel sighted.
Look, that may or may not have been worth it. I'll try fighting it again after quick saving. I was more concerned about getting the plans than actually winning the battle. I did lose quite a few
How
good ships.
proceeds the war?
We have acquired sufficient intelligence to begin identifying the Webway Gate's location. Also, your recent victories have solidified your position within the royal court. Your would-be challengers are now eager to support your rule. Great One, we have located the Eldari Webway Gate.
Excellent. I hereby issue a decree of war. We will take the fight to our ancient foe.
At once, Great One.
I mean, truthfully, I only lost a couple, light cruisers, didn't I? But I would very much prefer not to. I had one goal, I accomplished that goal, but the losses were pretty extraordinary. I certainly would have preferred destroying the Eldari fleets as well. I mean, the moment I started running, it was all over. You can't run from the Eldari, I'm afraid. It's just not a workable solution, is it?
Energy to weapons array.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Let's send this ship.
Initializing motive power.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Fire the dynasty spear.
You have seized a
Why are
strategic
fighters
area.
going for this one? Nope, that's not good enough. I mean, is it just random or what? Yeah, try again. The issue was there, I also kinda almost
Inevitable.
destroyed the... Well, don't they have a sweet asses
Ready to
advantage
serve.
themselves here?
The enemy has seized a strategic area. The enemy has seized a strategic area. The enemy has seized a strategic area.
What is your command? As you command. Inferior vessel sighted.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
I serve your glory. Impossible. Cannot comply. Yes.
Fine, I'll accept the defeat that got handed to me by the Eldari. I could march on the harvest system, all things considered. Maybe it would be worth it. Let me take a look at the Sentinel Worlds. Oh, okay, so it's just, yeah. Eldrathain. Hello there, Eldrathain, you prick. Well, I guess that's an homage to the first game. An Eldar, a Webway Gate held by Eldrathain. I guess we've been down this road before, haven't we?
Initializing motive power.
Either way, here comes the Imperium.
I am the Dynasty's spear.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
On the march. How may I serve?
Oh.
You have seized a strategic area.
Ready to serve. Initializing motive power. As you command. What is your command?
Boarding torpedoes over there.
Inevitable.
Nice try, though.
I serve your glory. Moving. Inferior vessels
Oh.
sighted.
Hey!
How may I serve? Yes, my liege. Motive units fully engaged. What is your command? We don't Yes, my liege. Energy to weapons ready. On the march. Moving.
You have accumulated 25% of strategic points.
Initializing motive power. There will be no escape. Inevitable. How may I serve?
You have accumulated 50% of strategic points.
Moving.
The enemy has accumulated 25% of strategic points.
On the march. Impossible. Cannot comply.
A single fleet of a single chapter. Maybe the entire fleet
You
of
have
a single
seized a strategic
chapter
area.
destroyed in a battle. Space Marines don't have large fleets.
Relocating.
And there's only so many
You
of
have
them.
seized a strategic area.
Platform silence.
Alright, the harvest system has fallen. I don't believe there is any attack that's going to take place next turn. There is one heading for Chinchar, and there is one heading for Kim Lomas. I'll need to defend above those. The snowball effect has really kicked in, hasn't it? Alright, let's deal with the Void Prince Eldrathain on his home turf.
Cease your approach, soulless one. We know of your intention, and it will not be tolerated.
Esteemed foe, we seek no reprise of ancient war. Our labors will benefit all.
There is no truth in your kind, and never has been. You will not pass.
I regret that we shall. I am burdened by purpose. If you will not stand aside, you will be annihilated.
Then come, face our cannons.
Okay, take control of the Webway Gate.
Great One. There can be no assault on the Webway Gate until the Eldar Fleet is destroyed.
I am well aware of this, Tsar. See how I stretch out my hand to brush them aside.
Have a care that you do not entangle your fingers in the plasmic Medusae, Great One. They are volatile beasts, and I fear you will lose much in the explosion.
I shall take care. We shall destroy the Medusae from a distance. Does that ease your troubled mind, Tsar?
Indeed. And more so if you hold fire until Eldari vessels lie within the blast radius. After all, it would be a shame for the Medusae to die in vain.
Yes, my liege.
Why aren't you a wonderful foe?
As you
Yeah,
command.
anyway.
All power to motive units. I serve your glory. Moving.
Okay, that's a bit too much.
Relocate.
Eldrathain, what the flying fuck do you have here?
What is your command? Initializing motive.
I mean, I understand he's probably going to defend this with tooth and nail, but holy, that was much, wasn't it?
How may I serve? On the march.
Eldrathain.
I serve.
No, that's not him.
Inevitable.
Oh, that is one escort dead.
I have the days to steal. Let's talk silence. Reconfigure protocol. What is your command? Yes, please. Motive units fully engaged.
Is that it? Yeah,
Ready to
that's it.
serve. Moving. Initializing motive power. I have the dynasty sphere. How may I serve? Shroud strike complete. Critical damage levied. What is your command? I serve your glory. Reassembling coherence. As you command. Ready to serve. On the march. Relocating. I am the dynasty spear. Moving. What is your command? As you command. Yes, my liege. How may I serve? On the march. I am the dynasty spear. Inevitable. I serve your glory. Internal damage rendered. Initializing motive power. Ready to serve. Engaging weaponry. What is your command? Moving. I serve your glory. On the march. I am the dynasty spear. Yes, my liege. Ready to serve. As you command. How?
Great One, the Eldar Fleet is no more. You may commence destruction of the Webway Gate as soon as you see fit.
Why, thank you, Tsar. Your consent is so very vital. Do I detect some small reserve?
Only that it would be a shame not to take the opportunity for study. Who knows what I might learn?
Very well. You shall have your chance. But do not tarry. Should more Eldari arrive, I will have no hesitation in destroying both the gate and you.
Naturally, Great One. So ends our immediate problems with the Eldari, and with your remaining dissenters within the royal court.
Good. We cannot afford the distraction.
It is my pleasure to inform you that our destruction of the Webway Gate has yielded both disappointment and the possibility of glorious achievement.
Explain.
The Webway Gate's destruction has not slowed the Eldari efforts as much as we might have wished. However, your tireless advisors, of whom I am but the most eminent, believe they can locate the Craftworld serving as the Eldari staging post.
Order the Tesseract vaults unsealed. For prey of this stature, we require the power of a Catan.
An intriguing prospect, Great One. Do you intend we should set one loose aboard Ostara?
No. We will detonate its energies in the heart of the Craftworld. The resulting dimensional rift should see Ostara destroyed.
A most excellent and elegant plan, Great One. I shall make the preparations.
I understand no one is willing to treat with him, and I think the point was made over and over again that, yeah, everyone is wishing to pick a fight to the Necrons, and it's like he gives them chances to withdraw. It's like, no, we're not withdrawing, we're fighting it to the end. It's like, yeah, he's wiping the floor with you, and it's like, oh yeah, we'll fight him again and again and again. Alright, Eldari attack is going to take place soon enough. I mean, I guess the idea here was with destroying that Webway Gate. Eldrathain is dead, by the way. Bad. Now, I suppose the notion here was with the Eldari gate was destroyed, that they would, you know, back off. But they're not gonna back off, are they? Okay, there's going to be an attack over there. We need to deal with the orcs, don't we? One way or another. I do have some fleets over here. Good to go. I may abandon harvest. No, I will not abandon harvest. This system, for some weird reason, has a very high chance. Okay. Markham will need to go deal with the orcs, but someone will need to stay back here and help the fleet defend the system. So many battles, so many possibilities, so many outcomes. We need to take down the Eldari fleet in the Sanctuary system. The end of a billion souls. And it's not even an optional mission, it is an obligatory main mission. You need to do it, don't you? And you need to take Cadia as well. Good stuff, right? Take Cadia, take that, and then maybe take Eidolon as well, wouldn't you say? Alright, so the Dark Throne will probably level up next turn, which, you know, it's gonna generate quite a few resources. What about the situation in Chinchare? Alright, I will get the Scythe Harvester for this fleet. And, well, this fleet is fine, right? Yep. This too. None of these are like battleship fleets, but that's fine. A Cairn is not the solution to every problem when dealing with the affairs of the Necron. At least campaign-wise. In multiplayer, that's a different story altogether. The Imperium is actually kicking the shit out of Chaos over here. So I expect that the Imperium will actually be able to push them back and take control of much of the Cadian, of Cadia itself. So how many turns? 2 turns, okay. So I can secure more systems, but I'll need to withdraw soon enough. Either way, the Vigera battle.
Energy to weapons array. What is your command? Relocating. I am the Dynasty's spear. Inevitable. Inferior vessel sighted. All power to those guiltless. As you command. Enemy vessel suffered critical damage. Inferior vessel sighted. Initialize motive power.
Not difficult at all.
Units fully engaged.
Not once the fleets I sent in earlier bloodied them up pretty good, didn't they?
Energy to recoalescence. Ready to solve.
Bombers incoming from the Eldari.
Yes, enemy orbital platform silence. Relocating.
Station destroyed.
Enemy orbital platform silence.
Victory secured. The Eldari are not going to pose a problem for much longer. It's not like they're a real An extra fleet would be damn useful at this time. I'm already pushing past the limit, am I not? Alright, orc levels, or threat levels in general are not particularly high here in Medusa. Obviously they would go up, but I am going to be dealing with orcs soon enough in a substantial way. Okay, I have one fleet. Curious to see. Auto-resolve is useful because auto-resolve allows you to get ranks on ships that wouldn't necessarily do so during the middle of a battle. So that's what I used it for over there. Imperium is pushing forward. Very good. The fleets over here in this system will be needed for the Battle of Harvest. I've gotten the first points. I'm gonna get battle plans. Look at me, I have 66 battle plans. I mean, if I wanted to, I could basically keep these fleets in a continuous bind, right? To just spamming battle plans. So we got Caliban. We got Caliban, but we don't have Belial, which is weird, but whatever. Eldari. I think I'll deal with the Imperium first and foremost before dealing with the Eldari. Problem is Cadia can't be taken just yet. Not with that gigantic fleet over there holding the line, shall we say. We need to take Cadia, Xerxia, and Barissa. Barissa being where? Where's Barissa? Ah, there we go. Fair enough. Fair is fair. So, anything else I can do? Not by the looks of it. My fleets are all exhausted. The offensive will need to stop for at least a bit. Chaos threat levels are high. Orc threat levels are high. Imperium threat levels are high as well. Yeah, one of the fleets, or both the fleets from Chinchar should be able to support them over on that side when, after they deal with the orcs here. Yeah, both of them should. So, Skellis, what about that situation? I think I'll need to delay this attack by one turn, and the reason behind that is I just kind kind of ran out of movement points over there. Threat levels are fairly manageable. Orc and Eldar invasion. Eldari invasion. So do I get no decisions whatsoever in the Necron campaign?
I am the dynasty's spear.
I understand the Tyranids, I'm wrong on that.
You have seized a strategic area.
Yes, the Tyranids, you would have no choices, really.
You have
kill
seized
everyone.
a strategic area. The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Inferior vessel sighted. As you command. Initializing motive power. Yes, my liege. How may I serve? Inferior vessel sighted. On the march. Inferior vessel sighted. Defense pylon destroyed.
The enemy is seizing one of your strategic areas. The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Reaching engagement velocity. Relocating.
You have seized a strategic area. You have accumulated 25% of strategic
I don't know if they're
points.
designed on purpose for the orcs to really ram their ships, or that's just AI being bad at controlling a large number of...
Inevitable.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Inferior vessel sighted. What is your command? Reaching engagement velocity. Ready to serve. As you command.
Okay, this ship needs to get out of here.
You have seized a strategic area.
Yes, my liege. How may I serve? Shroud strike successful. Moving. Initializing motive power. On the march. Reassembling coherence. Defense pylon destroyed. As you command.
The enemy is seizing one of your strategic areas. You have accumulated 50% of strategic points. The enemy has seized a strategic area.
What is your command? Yes, my liege. Inevitable.
The enemy is seizing one of your strategic areas. The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Inferior vessel sighted.
You have seized a strategic area.
Relocate. I am the dynasty spear. Moving. Inferior vessel sighted. Yes, my liege.
The enemy is seizing one of your strategic areas. The enemy has seized a strategic area. You are close to victory by strategic points. The enemy has accumulated 50% of strategic points. You have accumulated 75% of strategic points.
Here come the Eldari. They're not gonna be happy when I destroy their Craftworld, though. Destroying the Craftworld. Unleash a Kafan. That should be fun. So I guess the Imperium uses cyclonic torpedoes. The Necrons have their Kafan. And well, the Tyranids just are the Tyranids. Who needs super weapons when your entire race is a super weapon?
What is your command?
Just an
Inferior
idea.
vessel sighted. Relocate.
Okay,
Inferior
Dark
vessel
Eldar.
sighted. On the march.
Let's send the probe.
Inferior vessel sighted. Structural damage outpacing repair.
That right there is a battle. Alright, time for the big guns up here.
Critical damage levied.
Get out of there.
Motive units fully engaged. Initializing motive power.
Well, they got away at the very least.
Moving. Yes, my liege.
Slow it down.
Energy to recoalescence. As you command. What is your command? On the march. Inferior vessel sighted.
Hold on.
I am the dynasty.
Okay, we can play this game, Dark Eldar.
Motive power. Ready to serve. Relocate. I am the dynasty spear. Yes, my liege. Inferior vessel sighted. Moving. I serve your glory. Inevitable. What is your command?
Alright, kill them.
Death. On the march. Yes, my liege.
Guessing they're gonna bring more ships to bear soon enough.
As you command.
Getting close and finishing. Right, that's mutinying as well.
Initializing molten power. Relocating. As you command. I am the dynasty spear. Moving. Initializing molten power. All power to molten units. Ready to serve. I serve your glory. On the march. Inevitable. What is your command? Yes.
If I just let the Imperium fortify Cadia, I will pay for it. There will be hell to pay eventually. Just, yeah, I can't let that slide, can I? Fortify here with some defense platforms, that will be pretty good. No faction has full control of the Scar system. Alright, Markham needs to go to Harvest. He needs to deal with the situation and deal with orcs in particular. Cass has a fleet in Hexen. Now if I wasn't certain that I needed all of these ships, all of these fleets to deal with the orcs, I know for certain I do, I would be tempted to send them elsewhere. I'll wait. No, wait. Fuck waiting. I'll, I think it's time we head for Cadia, boys. My fleets are ready. They're primed. We can take Lost. Yeah. Subatomic fire upgrades. That would be pretty good. But anyway, Costin here signing out. Thank you all for watching and stay tuned for more.